I am. Hello, everybody. It is Tammy with Stampin' Scrap Tammy. I'm just checking on my computer to make sure I am where I should be. All right, perfect. So if you are watching, say hello. I'm going to give it a second. Make sure I have, looks like I got the volume on and going the right direction. I think I got everything. Okay. How is everybody doing today? I am doing just absolutely wonderful. As you see, I'm drinking coffee, lots of it today. I haven't fixed my hair today. I did put some makeup on today, but I was up really, really late cleaning last night. If any of you have a teenager or almost teenager, you know that occasionally they need help cleaning their room. So that's what I did really late last night. And then of course I had other stuff to do after she went to bed. So got up early and I've been cleaning ever since. Doesn't look like I said, I'm looking over at my computer too. Doesn't look like we're too blurry. Looks, oh, maybe just a little bit. You know what? How is it on everybody else's end? So Burdell is watching. Thank you, Burdell. Is it blurry on your end? Maybe it's just gonna kind of come and go again. Okay, well, let's just hope for the best. It might just be my lighting too. So as you can see, it still looks kind of the same over here. I did add a picture yesterday. I did a little shopping and I'm getting a little more organized every day. So I wasn't even sure if I was going to show kind of this part, but then I thought, well, you want to have a look at the room and the progress. And next week is the BOGO sale here, an open house. Friday, let's see, it is Friday and Saturday, so the 24th and 25th of January. If you can join us, that would be awesome. I have all kinds of goodies in the other room, and next week at some point I might just do 2 videos, or you know, right before or after, I'll try to maybe just keep going on this and show you everything that's going to be at the sale. I should have it pretty well set up by next Thursday. And so I'm looking forward to passing along lots of retired things on to all you wonderful customers and downline and other demonstrators and stuff too that can make it. And then I'll work out maybe some details, see what I have left, if I can work on maybe an online portion as well. Okay, so let's get to today's projects. I've got a couple things to talk about before we start stamping them. And I posted a picture yesterday of one of them, and that was the only one I was planning on doing. And then seriously, like 15 minutes ago, I pulled out the, let's see, I don't even have the name of it here, the Lovely Lily stamp set, because we're using the dies today. I pulled out the stamp set and I was just blown away. I didn't realize it was like a or what do they call it? A reversible stamp. So you can reverse it and use like both sides. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I just quick thought, what the heck? I have to do a card with this. This is amazing. So I just quick stamped one on a note card, and I'm going to share that with you too. So that was a really unofficial last minute decision, and it worked out great. I love it. Anytime I stamp something new or new stamps that I bring out, it gets really exciting, and I can't wait to show you. So I'm going to flip this over. Hope we are all going in the right way, and I'll check here. If it's too blurry, I might have to start over, but it looks okay. Looks like it's going well. Maybe it's just a lighting thing. I don't know. I checked my internet. Everything looked great. So, okay, I'm going to flip this around, and then we'll get started on the stamping and the sharing and all that fun stuff. Okay. So, obviously most of you know I am here in Minnesota, and if you are also, we are getting ready for a snowstorm, and it is absolutely freezing out, like unbelievable. I can't even believe it. Like 2 days ago, I was just like, or maybe a little bit longer, a couple days ago, I'm like running around in just a sweatshirt and my vest. And now I'm like needing a parka, and it's crazy. And then we're supposed to get like 6 to 8 inches of snow. So I was supposed to have an open studio day here where everybody could come and use all my stuff. I'm gonna have to postpone that, because if we get 6 to 12, I've heard all over the place, inches of snow, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get my driveway cleared off by Saturday at 9 a.m. So, all right, so here you go. You can see the projects. I'm gonna move them up just a little bit. Like I said, I'm still working on all of the positioning and all of that good stuff. you know what, now I just turned my volume on and I didn't want to do that as I was checking this. All right, so couple things here. We have the host code up here. If you would like to shop online, I'll put the links to that after the video. Go ahead and use this host code. Now, something I want to add that I haven't said too much about, I posted it a few times. If you're not comfortable shopping online and or maybe you just have never done it before, you want some help walking through it, or you would just prefer me to place your order for you. If you love this stuff, got to have it, and you're not sure how to get your hands on it, you can go ahead and message me. I've posted my phone number. It's in my information on my page. You can text me. You can call me. Now, you know, of course, if I'm with my family, you know, later in the day or something, you can always leave a message and I'll get back to you. Sometimes I'm not able to text right away, but I try to as soon as possible. So I will always be willing to help you out and you know, go for it and do it that way. Okay, so that's the host code. I'll set that aside for now. And let's get started here on what I'm going to give away at the end of this video, or not today, but at the next video. So next Thursday, this is what the giveaway will be. It's going to be a beautiful sampling of the Lily paper that we are using today. So here is that beautiful paper. You can get this 12 by 12 package of this free right now with a $50 order. And there is the other side. So I've shown this one before. It's just beautiful. And so something else, so because I'm using lots of celebration things. So if you place an order between now and next week, I will make sure that this is the paper perk that you will receive with your order. To get a paper perk, all you have to do is place a $25 order and you get a paper perk from me. And that's what I was going to show. I'm going to show paper perks, and I'm going to tell you what my punch cards are. So this here, I don't know if you can see that. This is a whole basket of paper perks. If you've shopped with me before, you know what that is. It's 6 sheets of a sample of paper. So here's an example of one. Here's another one I did. I just did some new ones up. So some of it's new paper, some of it is retired. Let's see if I got a retired one in here. So this is some fun retired paper. And so every time you place an order and it's $25, you get one paper perk. So you get one paper perk for every $25. So say you place a $100 order, you're going to get 4 of those paper perks. And then also, in addition to that, I offer a punch card. And this is what that looks like. Now, this is just more for you as a reference. I do send a new one with your orders, and I also keep track of it. So this isn't really anything that you have to make sure that you don't lose. I have it all on a spreadsheet as well. So when your order is $50, you get a punch on a punch card like this. And after 8 punches, you will get a free stamp set of your choice. Or I have switched to also add in a $20 product credit, either or. So some people have gotten, you know, every stamp set that they want, but they would just maybe rather use a $20 product credit. And so we can exchange that for that as well. So those are the 2 kind of loyalty programs, I guess you could call them, that I offer. So the punch card and the paper perks. And so you do get both. So if you have a $50 order, you would get the punch on the punch card and then 2 paper perks. Okay. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know and I would be happy to give you more information or explain it in a little bit better detail as well. Okay, so let's get on to, I can set this paper aside. Oh, I didn't even finish. I get started. I get one place to the next. This is how I clean too. So this is why my house is not clean yet either. And my stamp room is still a mess because I start on one thing and then I get distracted by something cool on the other end of the room and so on and so forth. So this paper sample will be what is part of the giveaway. And then also a half a pack of rhinestones because I'm using rhinestones on today's projects as well. I will set those aside. And I got to move my mat here just a little bit. Okay. Looks good. And it looks like everything is going well as far as on the technology end of things here today. And let me set these aside. So I think what I'm going to do is, since it's actually a little bit more simple, I'm going to do the planned card, and then I'm going to stamp this really adorable note card and show you how that reversible stamp works. It's just so much fun. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside for now. And these are the stamp sets that I'm using, and then I'm going to pull in the die cuts as well. So these are the die cuts, the lasting or lovely lily pad die cuts. These right now are free with a $100 order. Aren't they adorable? So there's some, you know, different sizes, and these nest with the stamps. And the stamps are the free with a $50 order. And so if you had a larger order and you wanted to get both of these, you could put in a $150 order. You would get $15 in host rewards as well. And then you could get these as your free choice. And then remember, I'm going to send you paper perks. So I'll send you that Lasting Lily paper absolutely free as well for your paper perks. So it's just a good value, actually. You know, if you think, usually a die cut could run about, you know, $25 to $40, $30, $35. And so you would get these free with your order. Okay. And what I did was I cut these out to highlight them a little better. They come in a regular envelope. Still got some pink in there, but so I just cut them out to just show how they look a little bit easier. And then for the other stamps that I pulled in out of our mini catalog is Under My Umbrella. For these cards, I was really looking for just a really small sentiment to just put across there. And I wanted an all occasion, and It's Your Day could really be for about anything. This card could be for a birthday, maybe a bridal shower, you know, just having a good day. You want to send your friend a card. And so that's why I went with that sentiment on that. But as things go on and as I continue to do these Facebook Lives, I will use this set again. So you'll kind of see a progression and different ways to use these sets more than just one time. All right, so let's go ahead and I will give you the measurements for this. And also if you want to get the tutorial for this, I will be emailing this tutorial out to my customers as well as posting it on my blog either later today or tomorrow morning, depending on how it goes after school today with the children. And so if you would like the whole tutorial for this, along with some pictures and written directions, go ahead and on the top of my page, you can add yourself to my email list. I believe it's the Join Now button gets you added to my email list. All right, but if you would like to follow along right now, you certainly can and write these measurements down, and then you can easily recreate this card. I'm going to pull in a few things here. Okay, so I took some Coastal Cabana paper. I just cut it in half at the 5.5, and then we will just fold it in half and use my bone fold to get a nice crease on there. And then next up, I took another piece of Coastal Cabana. As you see my cards, I like to layer a lot. I always like to have my base and then typically always a layer on top of that. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I did run that through the Subtles embossing folder as well. And I did that in advance just to save a little bit of time. And I'm gonna tape that right onto the base just to get it out of the way. All right, you know what? I am just a little off. I must not have finished this one. Hold on one second. Let me just finish cutting this one down. Hold on. Okay, I grabbed the wrong one when I started. I grabbed the one that I had cut down here. So let's try that again. That one was just a little bit too long. Okay, so again, I cut it at this one at the 5.5. And then this one here, the next layer, I cut at 5.25 by 4. And that will give you the next layer down. So as you see, I just go in 1/4 inches down. And then this piece here, it's Blackberry Bliss. In the pictures, it does kind of look black. So, you know, you could certainly use a black too, and it would look very nice as well. So the Blackberry Bliss, we have 4 across and we're at 2.25 this way. And then our designer series, you can pick any of the patterns out of that package of paper and they would look magnificent. I have a 2-inch strip by 4. So again, Blackberry Bliss, we have 4 by 2.25. The designer series, we have 4 by 2. We'll tape those on. And I like to, when I have, well, this card doesn't have a ton of different pieces, but sometimes I like to get a few of the pieces out of the way, just so I don't lose them on my desk. And then, what I do always do is my stamping before I put the adhesive on. Okay, so then I'm gonna put it probably about an inch or so up from the bottom. And then what we can do is pull in. I had already cut these die cuts out. I pre-did them, or pre-did them, that's not even a word. I pre-cut them just to make it a little bit easier. I'm gonna just see how they line up here. So as you see, they don't line up exact, and that's how it's meant to be. It's really nice for layering. So that's how they're gonna go on. Now something I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull this in. I got lots of different glue I'm using today. So first I'm gonna start with some glue dots. This is how I did it. Everybody has their own way, and there's no wrong way to do it. But I don't wanna see, I don't wanna see the glue behind the vellum. So what I'm gonna do is put it about where something else is gonna get taped on there. You know, like my sentiment's gonna go across there. So I'm not gonna see that glue dot. And for this one, you don't need a ton. It's gonna stay just fine. And so then I'm gonna place this one going down a little bit. All right, so that looks wonderful. And then the next kind of glue I'm gonna use, I'm gonna pull in this mat here, this rubber mat. And these are in the catalog. I love these. I use these all of the time because I can wash them. So if I get tape on them, if I get glue, if I get color, they're very easily, I really am making up a lot of my own words today. I can very easily clean it. All right, so I'm gonna pull the pin out of there. Now when using this is the fine tip glue pen. When using it, what you really wanna be careful about is when you are done, that you get this needle back in there, and that's what'll keep it moving. Because it is very fine. Okay, and all I have to do is put a little bit. We don't need a lot. Not sure if you can see that coming out. So I'm just gonna dot it around. Okay, and so that is absolutely perfect. And I'm gonna just flip it around and place it on my card. And this, I do like to hold it down just a smidge to make sure it's adhered pretty good. All right, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the smaller piece. And so it's really funny that this is one of the first ones that I'm showing out of the Celebration catalog, when my favorite, I think I'm gonna show my favorite next week. I'd have to look at the name of it. I have to take a look. Is Happy Birthday to You was my favorite. And then, but this is the first one. As soon as I made a card with this yesterday, I'm in love, and now I can't stop using it. So, and you'll see that with the note card that I made. All right, so you can see how easy that is to layer. And now with all the other parts to this, if you wanted to spruce it up and add different color leaves and really go crazy, you could do that too. But I keep my cards fairly simple, pretty clean, pretty simple. Okay, and next up what we need to do is the sentiment. So as you can see, this card goes together very quickly. And I'm gonna pull this in because my sentiment is on a photopolymer stamp. And I just have a scrap of white. And I chose, like I showed you before, the It's Your Day. And I'm gonna stamp that in Blackberry Bliss. I'm gonna set that right up top here. And I'm just gonna tap very gently. And it doesn't really matter where I place this on here because I'm gonna use a punch to punch that out. And this is I guess this is my technique for the day, or a little, not necessarily technique, but a trick that I like to use when cutting out these small sentiments. All right, so if you just stick that in, so this is called the Classic Label Punch. It's in our annual catalog. And so what I like to do is just punch it out, and then you get a nice even image. It's really hard to stamp on something that small and get it placed right. So it's really nice if you use that punch. It gets it nice and even. And I just need to grab a scissors. Hold on. I guess I had my toolkit still set aside from the other day. I was teaching a class outside of the house. All right, and so then all you got to do is snip each side. Set those aside. And then what is absolutely wonderful is our little, oh my goodness, I just lost it. Oh boy. Okay, well, guess what? I'm not even going to try to search to find it. I'm going to just do another one. Oh my goodness. Does that happen to any of you when you're stamping? It just flies off. And I'll probably find it. Oh my goodness, I'm looking all over. I'll probably find it like tomorrow. Okay, let's just do it one more time. This way you can see if I can stamp this one twice in a row without making a mess. All right, so here we go. Let's try that again. Now I'm going to keep a better eye on my piece while I grab my glue dots, or my dimensionals. I'm sorry, not glue dots. Oh, it's right here. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Okay, so now I have two. All right, that's kind of funny. All right, so I will have two of those because I'm going to make some more of these. These are, anybody that orders this week is going to get this card along with the Paper Perks. All right, I don't want to get ink on there, but I'm going to use that again, so I'm not going to close it. But I will set it aside while I finish off this card. And so what I was going to say is this is what's really nice is the mini dimensionals fit on there quite nice. And now if you only have the big ones, you can just cut them in half. And then we're going to just stick that right here. Kind of overlap it a little bit. Cover the bottoms there. And there you have an almost completed card. And one thing I like to add, just to give it a little bling, is some of these rhinestones. And that's what'll be the gift today. And I just sprinkle them around. I like to go in groups of 3. And there you have it. So there is a nice, very simple card using the Lily stamp set. And now let me show you the reversible part of that. Okay, let's get the note card. So our note cards are really nice. They come in a package of 20. So you could make, if you had numerous cards to send out, these would work great for that. And they come with the envelopes as well. All right, so what I'm gonna do, and they're pre-scored too. So if you like your projects scored, that's a nice little thing about it too. All right, so I have scored it. And something I want to bring in is this again. All right, so it looks like we have people watching from, a couple people I saw comment that they were from Michigan. So what I'm interested in knowing is it as cold in Michigan as it is here? Because this is just absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy. All right, so I still have it on. I'm gonna make sure I cleaned it. So this is really, really cool. Make sure it's clean before I flip it over. So these have 2 sides. And before I was using this side. So I'm gonna flip it over. And this will make sense as soon as I start stamping. And I'm gonna have a scratch sheet here too. Because like I said, the first time I tried this was like, seriously, like 15 minutes ago. So this is a very new kind of technique for me as well. So I'm gonna pull back in my Blackberry Bliss. And since this is gonna be the background, I have the background first. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to stamp off first. And then I'm gonna stamp it onto my note card. Okay, and then I'm gonna do it again because I wanna have 2 flowers. Oh, that one didn't stamp quite as even. I'm gonna do that again. That's the nice thing when you practice, you get an idea what you're doing. Okay, and now I'm going to go just a little bit higher. All right, so that looks a little plain Jane, right? We got to add some life to that. So I'm cleaning off that side of the stamp. Now what I can do is I can take it off, flip it over, and now this is kind of where the magic happens. I can set this aside. I can stamp this again and stamp right over the top of that flower. And it is not meant to be exact, okay? So there's, as you see, there's some lines out of there. This is just meant as a little accent. So isn't that just so much fun how that works? And how simple, just a fun little technique. It's fun to stamp. And now I can set that, oh, I can't get rid of the Blackberry Bliss altogether. I can set it aside though. And now I'm gonna pull in some Garden Green. And any of the greens would work for this. This is just the one I grabbed. Like I said, I practiced this or just made this up like 15 minutes ago. And then I'm gonna put just a little stem. And this is definitely some simple stamping, but so elegant when it's done. And then we'll just use that same, it's your day. So this would be a great note card to send someone for their birthday, or just tuck into a little gift if you're giving a birthday gift to somebody. And we'll stamp that right in the middle of those. And then one thing I added, so this is how I had it to begin with. And I thought, well, that's nice and adorable and simple and sweet. And oh, of course I added the gems. So I'm gonna put 3 of those. I'm using my Take Your Pick tool to pull these gems off. All right, so that is beautiful, just how it is. But as long as I had the classic label punch out and I have scraps of the Lily paper, I thought I would just do this. Snip a little piece of that off and snip the end off so it's not quite as long. And now this time I left the little flag part. And I'm gonna attach that there. And that just adds just a nice little accent to the project. And so there you have it. These are the 2 cards that I just made yesterday and today to highlight and show you guys how the Lasting Lily, how pretty the Lasting Lily set is, and the paper, and just how simple it is to use. Okay, so just a couple more things to talk about before we wrap up. I have last week's giveaway to talk about. And I do want to touch on joining my Cafe Crafter team. So if you love all this stuff and you would like to get a discount on all of your products, we are always welcoming people to our group, whether you want to join as a hobbyist or you want to join, you know, to do this as a business. But mostly if you just want to get a good deal and a discount right now on the celebration things that are going on right now. Okay, so the last but not least, I have the giveaway for last week. And so if you want in on this week's, again, let's show that one more time. It's the sample of paper and some rhinestones along with one of these cards that I will send to you. And this week's winner from last week's video, I wrote down all the names, put them in a little dish here, and I'll do the drawing live here. All right, so here I'll send this card with you. You're gonna get some doilies and some gems, ribbon, and then a paper sample, all with the Valentine's Suite out of the catalog. All right, so I have all of the names here. I'm gonna draw, and what I will do, if you are watching and you win here, what you can do is just go right ahead and send me your mailing address so I can get this sent to you. If you're not watching, I will go ahead and message you and get it sent to you. So here are all the names of everybody that liked and shared and commented. It was really fun to be in touch with many of you. And I'm gonna look away as I pull a name out and we will see who that is. All right, so, oh, Victoria, awesome, Victoria. So I know Victoria, I'll probably be seeing her. I think I was supposed to see her this Saturday, but due to the snowstorm coming, we will not be seeing each other on Saturday. But I will make sure to get the gift to you, Victoria. And thank you, everybody, for watching and tuning in and getting this lovely card made today. Again, if you would like the tutorial to this, all you have to do is join my email list on the top of my page, hit the Join Now button, and then later today or early tomorrow, you will get a copy of this. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. We will talk again next Thursday at right around 1 o'clock again. Take care. Bye-bye.